Dashiell Hammett's The Maltese Falcon, 1930, a landmark in detective fiction, was first serialized in Black Mask magazine. As Hammett's third novel, it marks the debut of Sam Spade, the hard-boiled detective whose cool detachment and moral code would become defining traits of the genre. This novel, celebrated as one of the greatest crime novels ever by the Crime Writers Association, follows as he seeks to unravel the mystery behind his partner's murder. The case is entangled with a web of deception surrounding a priceless falcon statuette. The story begins with Spade and his partner, Miles Archer, meeting a potential client, Miss Wonderly, who has traveled from New York to San Francisco. She seeks their help in locating her sister, who has allegedly run off with a dangerous man named Thursby. The detectives agree to take the case, planning to follow Thursby after he meets with Wonderly that evening. However, Spade is later woken to the news of Archer's murder. Thursby's body is discovered that same night, and Spade becomes a suspect in a potential revenge killing. The next day, Spade visits Wonderly, who confesses that she has no sister and reveals her true identity as Brigid O'Shaughnessy. She begs for his assistance, but withholds details about Thursby and the nature of her predicament. Spade accepts her money and promises to investigate. Later, a man named Cairo visits Spade's office, inquiring about Archer's and Thursby's deaths. Cairo offers $5,000 for the return of a black falcon statuette he believes Thursby possessed. He then threatens Spade with a gun and attempts to search his office. When Spade mentions Cairo to O'Shaughnessy, she appears frightened, but requests a meeting with him. They arrange a meeting with Cairo at Spade's apartment. During the meeting, O'Shaughnessy and Cairo speak in cryptic terms about the falcon and their past, mentioning a mysterious figure named G, whom they assume must also be in town. The police arrive, acting on a tip that Spade is having an affair with Archer's wife, Eva. Spade refuses to let them in, but when Cairo cries for help from inside the apartment, Spade fabricates a story to get the officers to leave. Once the police depart, Spade demands answers from O'Shaughnessy, but she evades his questions by spending the night with him. The following morning, Spade sneaks out to search O'Shaughnessy's apartment for clues while she is still asleep. Returning to his own apartment, he discovers it has been broken into. Fearing for her safety, O'Shaughnessy agrees to stay with Spade's assistant, Effie Perrine. Spade then receives a call from a man named Kasper Gutman and goes to meet him. Gutman is evasive about the falcon's details, leading Spade to leave in frustration, giving Gutman a deadline to make a deal. Back at his office, Spade learns that O'Shaughnessy never arrived at Effie's apartment and begins searching for her with little success. Gutman contacts him again, and when Spade visits Gutman's office, Gutman offers a detailed history of the falcon and $50,000 for its recovery. However, after Spade reveals he doesn't know where the falcon is, but can get it from O'Shaughnessy, Gutman drugs him. When Spade wakes 12 hours later, O'Shaughnessy is still missing. He searches Cairo's hotel room and, recalling that O'Shaughnessy mentioned coming from Hong Kong, finds a clue indicating that a boat from Hong Kong arrived the day before. At the docks, Spade discovers that O'Shaughnessy met with the boat's captain, Jacoby, and that Gutman and Cairo also appeared there. Later that day, Jacoby, covered in blood from multiple gunshot wounds, bursts into Spade's office and drops a package containing the falcon before collapsing and dying. Following this, O'Shaughnessy calls Spade, provides an address, and pleads for help before abruptly hanging up. Spade hides the falcon before heading out to investigate, but discovers that the address is a ruse. Returning to his apartment, he finds O'Shaughnessy waiting for him. As they enter the apartment together, they are confronted by Cairo, Gutman, and Gutman's henchman, Wilmer. Spade agrees to hand over the falcon the next morning, but Gutman offers only $10,000. Spade reluctantly accepts, but demands that Gutman also arrange for a scapegoat to take the fall with the police. After some negotiation, they agree on Wilmer as the fall guy, knock him out, and wait for morning. When morning comes, Effie arrives with the falcon. The package is opened, but Gutman soon realizes that the falcon is a lead imitation. Amid the chaos, Wilmer manages to escape, followed by Gutman and Cairo. Spade takes a moment to reflect before calling the police to report Gutman, Cairo, and O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy, stunned, protests that if Spade truly cared for her, he wouldn't turn her in. Spade counters that, despite his feelings for her, he could never trust her. As a detective, his duty is to uncover the truth and ensure justice is served. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.